Salutations, said Stevie here. Today, we're checking out this little guy, the QSP Baby Penguin. And just as the name would allude to, it is that exactly a baby version of the QSP Penguin. There it is, sitting above a standard penguin, pivot to pivot, so you can see it is considerably smaller. Specs wise, here, I think that we are looking at just a skosh over 2 inches on the cutting length, maybe 2.25 inch there. Sorry, my you can't really see that. An overall length of about 5.5, a blade or a handle length of about 3 inches. Just a little guy. So taking a closer look, you see it does have that the same blade shape, a little bit taller of a blade for sure. Maybe just a millimeter or two taller. At least that's what it appears to the eye anyway. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little deceitful, but very similar sheep's foot style blade. This is a satin blade with a flat grind. You can see the QSP logo, thumb studs, captured QSP pivot, micarta handle, T6 button style head body screws, no backspacer like they have in the past. You have this open construction. I guess you could use the back post for a lanyard. A reversible tip up deep carry pocket clip. But I said you could use those for the lanyard, completely ignoring the fact that there is a lanyard hole for that. So disregard that ridiculous statement. T8 on the pivot screw, and then you can see this is a sample. This knife was sent in the Apex Pass Around group. Shout out to Blade Banter for running a tight group. And then the blade steel on this is 14C28N. I don't have any release date information on this, and I don't have any pricing available on that. I don't know that that's been announced yet. So my apologies for not having more information on that, but I'm just going with what I got, and I don't believe that information was provided to me. If it was, I didn't see it, and I didn't do my research. Sorry, folks. One of the reasons why I didn't do much more research is because this knife is not going to be for me. I just, as much as I love the Penguin, I think I'm really only liking the titanium version, the frame lock version. If I didn't mention, this is like the original Penguins that were released, stainless steel liner lock, and I believe that this is also riding on washers. The action on this is not great. I haven't tried to loosen the pivot on it. It flicks out just fine. I can't really do a middle finger flick on it that well, just because I think it's just because it's my hand size compared to the knife itself. But the thumb flick, no problem. You don't get any sort of and I think I just haven't been able to tune the action, but there's no drop to this. And being that this is an Apex pass-around knife, I'm not even going to bother trying to crack the pivot on that at all. But yeah, as is, there's no. It seems smooth. There's no grit or anything to it, but there is absolutely no shake and shut on. Well, I mean, yeah, if you violently shake this, then it will. But my first Penguin that I got a couple years ago was also a micarta liner lock, and I'm not knocking budget knives, but they feel just a little too, I don't know what the word, I don't want to say cheap, because that's not what I mean, but maybe that's what I mean. The micarta that they have on these is not great. It's actually what kind of turned me off from micarta originally, not realizing that not all micarta is the same. And then, the shiny steel pocket clip, not a big fan of that. And I definitely, I gotta say, whether it is on the titanium or not, I don't like QSP's T6 screws. I wish they'd moved to T8. I've had problems with them in the past. I don't know that these ones are going to be problems because I haven't touched it at all. But yeah, I think that this is just a little bit of a miss for me in the quality department. Now it's a sample. Maybe they'll step up the game in the production version. I don't know. Also, this knife, as much as I enjoy a smaller mini or baby version of a knife, it's just a little too small for me. It lacks a choil for me to choke up on, and this just isn't comfortable for me to use. So, and that's just my hand size. But taking a look at it versus some other mini and baby knives, here is the mini J Cape. Again, a very small knife, but on the bigger side, and I'm able to get a much better purchase on it. So this is about as small as I really like to go on a mini style knife, except for the Baby Banter. Now, the Baby Banter and the Baby Penguin are a much better comparison. They are almost identical in size. Going pivot to pivot there, you see the handle length is almost identical and the blade length is almost identical. But that being said, this fits my hand a lot better. And I think it's mainly because of the way they've done that choil. Back here, still not comfortable. I have, a full pinky hanging off, but I can choke up on this knife and then I get a full 4 and I still have my cutting edge, full cutting edge. So the Baby Banter is about as small as I would go if it's designed as such. I think that the Baby Banter is done extremely well and really punches above its size, and beats the this Baby Penguin in just about everything. And again, it's a so you got G10 versus micarta, but it's still a liner lock, reversible deep carry pocket clip. You got Nitro V versus 14C, and yeah. Now, price point, I believe, on the Baby Banters are somewhere around $60, where I expect this to come in somewhere around the 35 to 50, maybe. So it's going to be hitting at a better price point, but I definitely think you get what you pay for. And I would rather pay a little bit more money for the Baby Banter. That being said, this is really all preference. The stuff that I'm talking about is just a preference to me. I don't want to completely crap all over this knife. I like QSP. They're one of my favorite knife companies out there. And again, I absolutely love the Penguin. Again, I like it in the titanium frame lock, though. And you saw my review on the large Penguin. I love that knife. I think that's going to be a good one. And I'm going to get that knife in one of the flavors that it comes out on. I don't expect me to get one of these. Maybe, I mean, even if they did come out with a titanium one that's a frame lock, I still don't see me getting this just because of the way it's designed. I just don't. This knife does not fit my hand. Very large hands, XL to double XL. And so all the stuff that I'm talking about is really just a preference. I would say that if you are a fan of the QSP micarta liner lock that's writing on washers, that the full size, and you want a mini knife, this is going to do just fine for you. I don't think that you'll have any problems with it if you already like that style of knife. If not, though, this is a hard knife for me to recommend. So, yeah, sorry, QSP. Yeah, like I said, I love you, but This is just a miss for me, and not something that I'm going to be picking up. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on it? Am I wrong? I mean, obviously, I'm not wrong. My opinions are my opinions, but what did I miss? Is there something that you guys think stand out on this that I didn't really highlight? You know, but yeah, it's just I wish I had better things to say about this. I don't. And that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you tuning in, checking it out. Again, let me know what your thoughts are. As I get more information on this, I'll probably pin a comment or something. Again, I just don't have the release date or what the price point is going to be or what flavors it's going to come in. But yeah, that's all I got. And until the next one, I bid you mofos adeuces.